forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
No sense letting me in again.
I shan't let them harm you.
Hunting down such cravens.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
My own master has There's a cave in the vicinity that you've yet to explore. I can take us there, using knowledge I gained beyond the rift.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
What I wouldn't give for a map, particularly one that could tell us where all the treasure lies.
Understood. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
You'll not live to regret this! Let the elements empower your strike!
Do you mean to target me? Do your best! That's my purpose. You're stuck in a wall here long.
Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master.
Focus. A moment of indecision may spell out doom.
Over here, if you please.
This route seems impossible. We shall have to turn back.
'Tis not worth fretting over. We'll find a way. Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost. In truth, I'm unready to part from this place. Might I not be allowed to explore it further?
A covetous nature is like to invite all manner of misfortunes. A heavy pack not least among them. As your pack becomes heavier, so too does your step. Perchance, you ought to let a few things go.
I'm on my way. Resist if you can.
Glad to see you have the matter in hand.
Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put my knowledge to good use.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I say, we collect as much as we can carry.
Pray, follow me. At times, I find myself wondering why we must fight against our fellows.
There's no great shock to me.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Oh, pushing's what's needed here.
Really now? What are you doing?
Forgive me. I could not help but laugh.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worry, Wart. I know what I'm doing.
Battle is best avoided here. Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but... Curious thing. One of my former masters chose to hire only women. I wonder why.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Arisen, I know of at least one location that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? You must cleanse yourself of that oil that was tasted. We trounced our foe well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next. Feast your eyes on this!
It seems we have it ready.
How it strikes!
Lord save our best will do.
Easily done.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing. Let me get that. I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle. 'Tis a pleasure to meet you.
It's our first time setting foot in this place, but I trust we'll muddle through.
Keep stout of heart and clear of mind.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle?
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance.
Over here, if you please. Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but have you always pursued your current vocation over the course of your journey with the Arisen?
Not quite. I was a fighter for a time. It is a balanced vocation, suited to defence and defence both. Was in. Impeccably timed, Arisen.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
Find a use for it, I'm sure.
Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but I've been at this for quite some time and have much to share. If you need any advice, say the word.
Of course. And I'll be sure to watch you, but I might learn from the best. Unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray, keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
I ought to brace for that.
I'll lead the way. There's no spice as savory as eating outdoors. Just as weary as we.
Ha! They don't stand a chance against us now.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Pray, follow me.
About time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
We would do well to keep our distance. Surely naught good can come of that. Battle is best avoided. An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. Shall I assist?
Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
To the thrill of victory, one cannot help but feel indomitable.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. we have no means of exploiting. Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put my knowledge to good use.
Well, if you insist. I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put my knowledge to good use.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
A firm push is what's needed here.
Might we remove this hindrance? Rattlers, Master!
Ice attack slowly beating.
Allow me to lead the way. I should like to put my knowledge to good use.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Who thinks we can move this boulder if we work together?
I say we give it a push and see what happens.
Might we remove this hindrance?
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. Shall I assist?
Very well. I shall return. Ferrystone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please.
We must save it for a time of dire need.
That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
We were overconfident in our abilities. It is a painful reminder. Is there naught here we might use to proceed? You know, a contraption of some sort, or someone willing to lend a hand?
Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route.
Let's tread with caution. We are rather high up.
Don't let fear freeze you in place. Keep moving!
As a matter of fact, have you always pursued your current vocation over the course of your journey with the Arisen?
Not quite. I was a fighter for a time. 'Tis a balanced vocation, suited to offence and defence both. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Hang in there, Master. I am coming to assist.
The port crystal is set, but we'll have need of a ferry stone. We seek to make use of it.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Look, as long as you please. Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
My magics are at your disposal!
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. 'Twill be an honor to serve by your side.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
Twas a fine journey we shared. Wherever your troubles...
Good. I see the Arisen's found someone to handle it.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it. 'Tis said there is an illness spawns can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
That sounds most unpleasant. I do hope we shall remain free of it.
Goblins, Master! Not bad.
Nice of you to say so.
Said.
Is a miracle, heaven sent.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Isn't there anything to do with it?
I hope this job plays out better. Welcome.
There's been talk of a mysterious structure rising... from the sea. I'm not sure what to make of it. Much obliged.
My bed.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem.
Need anything? Many thanks.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
I've a feeling 'tis best left untravelled. Am I the only one?
I would so enjoy seeing this obstacle smashed to pieces.
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. Shall I assist?
Pray, follow me. I know the way, so there's no chance of our getting lost.
This obstacle shan't get the better of us. There must be a way to remove it.
Ranged attacks are my specialty, Master. I expect you'll be wanting my assistance. boulder looks mighty heavy. But we might just be able to move it if we combine our efforts. If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items.
Ought to keep watch, lest we be set up from behind.
Bray, speak up should you notice activity.
Is your pack slowing? Down, Master. Pray, bear in mind that you can only carry so much by yourself.
A band of knackers.
Fire won't do much good here. Best try a different tack. Over so soon? Why? We seem to have come through unscathed.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. As a matter of fact, have you always pursued your current ambition over the course of your journey with the Arisen?
Not quite. I was a fighter for a time. 'Tis a balanced vocation, suited to offence and defence both. Ah, I just about breathed my fill of stagnant air.
Such dark depth. Let's take their toll on the spirit.
'Tis as you say.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
What do you want? I'm in no mood to have my ear talked off, thank you. My back's afire. I can scarce talk for the pain. Leave an old man be. Mind, I wouldn't say no to some wildflowers, if you happen to have any with you. A handful of those, and I could prepare a poultice. What is it now? Unless you brought me some wildflowers, I'd prefer to be left alone. Ow! Fie! My back!
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Over here, if you please.
Ow! Fie! My back! What is it now? Unless you brought me some wildflowers, I'd prefer to be left alone. Well, that was most kind of you. My thanks for the trouble. Right, here goes naught. Relief at last. I was beginning to fear that I'd be... I've a mind to thank you. I live nearby. There aren't too many houses out here, so you'll find it soon enough, I expect.
This way, Master. Pray, follow me. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
Seems I've drawn the short straw. Of course, I wouldn't dream of complaining about it.
Very useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
As much as we can carry.
Our prideful foe thinks itself safe in its flight. Let us drag it to the ground and teach it the error of its ways.
I said that's only advantage. I'll have to try something else. Must admit, wonderful to strike true.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. But just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
Efficiency is not the only factor worthy of consideration. Such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
It is as you say.
Sir Galstarber spoke of a reward for our efforts. Shall we call upon him at his home? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Would you mind coming over here?
I? Beg pardon, sir, but...
Forgive me, dear. I forgot to tell you. I asked this good sir to look in on me.
Oh, not this again. How many times have I begged you not to bring strangers into our home?
I know, dear, but this one's a kindly sort. Brought me the wildflowers I needed to make it home when I threw out my back.
'Tis always one reason or another, isn't it? And has it e'er ended well for us? Not once. Mark my words, no one wanders this far out unless they are running from something.
This one's different, I promise you. You've heard tell of the Arisen, have you not? The hero who travels far and wide to track and fell the dragon.
Oh? So this stranger claims to be the Arisen? Believe what you will, but expect no hospitality from me. You may tend to our guest yourself.
You will have to forgive my wife. She has her reasons for being mistrusting, but you deserved a warmer welcome than that. Now let me fetch your reward. Wait here a moment.
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talents useful should we encounter another speaker. Good evening, Arisen. I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. Sir Galstarber spoke of a reward for our efforts. Shall we call upon him at his home?
Oh! Fie! My back! I've done it in again!
Goatstuffer, when will you learn to be more gentle with yourself?
Oh, hold your tongue! All the gentleness in the world won't stop the hurt from coming on when 'twill. It's only gotten worse of late. There's naught for it but to make for the curative spring.
In your state, you'll ne'er reach it. And that's to say nothing of the monsters that haunt the roads out there. They'll be on you in a moment if they see you limping along on your own. Oh, would that I could take you to the spring myself, but alas,
Don't even think on it, my dear. I'd not ask that of you, knowing how crowded places of that ilk make you feel.
But what are we to do? I fear for you, my love. The hot spring over on the island encampment would do my husband a world of good. But the way is treacherous for an injured man on his lonesome.
Fear not. You'll have your reward. I just need to sit still a moment. You'd be willing to accompany me all that way? You see, my dear, what did I tell you? The Arisen's a goodly sort. I've an eye for people.
Oh, don't be a fool, Gaustafa. You have barely spoken to this person. What if you are being deceived? Did you think...
Come. Surely there are far more clever lies to tell if one's intent is to swindle. I'm not...
So be it, then. 'Tis plain your mind's made up.
We'd best be along. My back...
Pray see my husband safely to the encampment. I shall await your return.
This curative spring sounds as if 'twould do wonders for an aching back. Let us see the good dwarf there post-haste. Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
You've been doused in oil. You must steer clear of fire.
Compares to the thrill of victory. One cannot help but feel indomitable.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Follow me, if you would.
Speaking of which, by my eye, you lack surety in your step. Not to worry, you'll find your feet in time, I'm sure.
Of course. And I'll be sure to watch you, that I might learn from the best.
'Tis a hobgoblin!
Lightning is its weakness, our strength.
Your magics have faded and must be recast.
I don't know about you, Master, but I'm worn out. Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
Over here, if you please.
You'll not live to regret this. Guard all you want. It won't make a difference when I've grappled you, see? Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service.
I'll be sure to keep that in mind. Suppose you think you can afford to be reckless so long as I'm here to heal you. Hold just a moment. Uh-oh. Methinks have been felt that. Perhaps a few more for good measure. This brute has quite the temper.
Might we not use their rage to our advantage? fray. Follow me.
You should be.
Come on, then.
Seems we've enemies in our midst.
You need not shrink from danger. We've the strength to prevail over anything.
Oh, I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Now, we may not die in battle. It's a far cry from being invincible.
If no one will do it in my stead, then I suppose I have little choice but to obey.
Someone ought to put a stop to this.
Follow me, if you would. Following along, I trust. Take care not to lose sight of me.
Greetings, Sir Arisen. Have you come to enjoy the waters of the curative spring yourself? The injury I sustained in Her Majesty's defense is healing steadily. Yet 'twill be some time before I am ready to leave. Though I am grateful for this opportunity to convalesce, I grow restless, as there is a matter I wish to investigate post-haste. Perhaps you would look into it on my behalf? I wish to know the identity of the villain who orchestrated the attempt on the Empress's life. The rogue you captured has been questioned at length, but last I heard has yet to reveal this information. Methinks you might fare better at breaking his silence.
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
It takes a strange ilk to elect to dwell in such hinterlands as these.
Indeed. Vermund feels a world away.
Would you mind coming over here?
That's like to make me sick, it is. Still, there's not a swig of newt liquor can't fix, I always say. Bollocks. I'm all out.
Boy there, come at a fine time, you have. Care for a rotten egg? 'Twas soft boiled right here in the hot spring. 'Tis mostly sand, won't kill you or naught. Bought me some newt liquor, have ye? Many thanks, Cos. Don't mind if I do. Aye, that's the stuff. There's naught finer than a gulp of newt liquor. After a hot bath, 'tis bliss, pure and simple. But I'll need me a nibble to go with my glug. Down the hatch. Aye, this is a dream come true, 'tis. Suppose you deserve aught for your trouble. Here you are, cuz. A soft-boiled egg, specially prepared right here in the hot spring.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
At last, I've ne'er seen a more welcome sight. The spring here has been visited since times of elves for its curative properties. I only hope 'twill be able to ease the ache in my back. I'll go have my soak now, if 'tis all the same to you. Can't have Cleona fretting over how long I've been gone. Ooh! It twinges a bit.
'Twould seem I owe you a debt of gratitude. And an apology. True to your word, you have seen my husband safely to the spring. I was so afeard for his well-being, I couldn't bring myself to sit at home, waiting, wondering. So I followed you at a distance, though now I see I needn't have. My husband and I are met with persecution everywhere we turn, you see. More than one village we thought to call home has driven us away. That is why we live in so far-flung a place. Gaustaffer can bear the judgment well enough, but I cannot. You, at least, have proven deserving of our trust. My husband was right about you. You are a kind soul, indeed. I shall not soon forget this good turn you've done, my husband and I. You are welcome to visit us again, if your travels should happen to take you as far as our abode. I would fain lend you my skills as magic archer, Maester. And I'm certain my husband would be only too glad to take up his blacksmith's hammer for your sake.
Was the magic archer-maester all along?
Short though our acquaintance may be, your kindness and sincerity have earned my respect. And so, to aid you in your duty, I would grant you this technique, my most guarded secret as maester of my art.
Time for a few sips.
Greetings. I expect you must be weary from your travels, but you'll find this hot spring well worth the trip. Its healing waters draw upon the volcano's natural heat. Take a dip, and your fatigue shall melt away in moments. Always a pleasure. Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
Surely I'm overdue a day off. I hope the weather holds.
Oh dear.
Now, stand back from the stage, if you please. about ready to fall asleep in my feet.
Would that I could spend all day here.
It is a thrilling life, but by no means an easy one.
I'm not sure what got me out of bed at this hour.
Always